Okay, this is the third tutorial on Arcmap, and in this tutorial we're going to go over properties of the features, how to do a definition query, setting up extents per your definition queries, and go over what the attributes are for each one of the features. So we'll get started. Okay, the first thing we'll do is go over some of the properties, and probably the best way to do this is to go ahead and add a road file here. This is just added the District 4 road file, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Now, if you right click on this and go to properties, this basically tells you what all this is made up of. It doesn't give you the actual data behind it. Here's the name, where it's drawing from, its source from the geodatabase, things like that. You can set the display to transparency level if you want. You can go in and change the symbology to a different symbol if you want, but that's basically what's in your layer properties. Okay, and the big difference in the layer properties and the attribute table is if you go right click here and go to attribute table of these properties, same property or same layer, then this tells you what is actually made up inside of that feature. For instance, the object ID number 1, here's your route ID. The route, you have a sub route, so this is 1/11, tells you what county it's in, sign system, supplemental code, directions, local name, beginning and end milepost, things like that. And it's all very relevant to drawing this feature. And these are the attributes that make up these features here. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to zoom back out here. The next thing we're going to do, and I'm going to drag these counties above the road so you can actually see the county lines now. Remember what we talked about earlier, it depends on what order you have these in here as to what's seen. But in this first example here, I'm going to say, let's just say you're going to work in Doddridge County, and you want this map to be all about Doddridge County. Well, you have all the districts, all the counties, and all the roads in the district. And you don't really want that on your map. You just want to work solely in Doddridge County. So what you would do, there are a couple different ways to do this. I want to show you one now. Is to do a definition query. And all that is taking the attributes and saying, I only want to see these attributes, these features with these attributes. To do that, you can do it a couple different ways. We're going to whittle it down. The first thing we'll do is get rid of the rest of the counties or districts other than District 4. So you right click on your feature, you go to its properties, and when the dialog box opens, you'll see a tab named Definition Query. It'll be blank, and you're going to build this query here. And basically all you're wanting to tell Arcmap is, I want to see all districts that equal 4. So when you click this button, you're going to get all these attributes for this feature here. And there's object ID, the length, area, but one of them is, you'll see districts. To add it down here, you double click. To add any of these factors here, you only click once. So I want the districts to equal. And then once you click here, it's going to give you all the different values of this attribute that you pick. So here are all 10 districts, and I want districts to equal 4. So I'll double click. You can verify that this is all right, because sometimes it does make mistakes. You can make a mistake in putting this in here. So if you hit verify, it'll tell you it was verified. If it doesn't, you need to go back and look at how you did this. Click OK. And now you're only going to see District 4. You turn all these others off. That's what you're left with, District 4. Now, that counties are still showing here. for the whole state. You don't want that either. Okay. Now you can do this one of two ways also. You can right click here and do the exact same thing. This time your definition query. You can say for your district code to be 4, but that really wouldn't clip all the other counties in our district. All right, that will just clip all the other counties outside of our district away. Okay, that you don't want that. You want to only see the one county that you're working in. So you get to your definition query in your counties. I'll show you what I meant by that. All right, let's take this out. If you did it the other way, your districts are going to equal 4. It'll take away all these and leave just the counties in District 4. But like I said, you don't really want that because you're only working in Doddridge. Okay. So instead of doing the query to equal your districts, there's a county code. And here too, if you scroll down, you'll see county code, which district or Doddridge County is 9. So you double click there once on the equals over to your get unique values. This lists all 55 counties. So we're going to double click on 9, verify it. Click OK. And you'll see that the county boundaries, now you're only seeing Doddridge. All right, now you have your roads to do. You can do this the same way by going into your definition query and picking your county code equals 09. You can do it that way. Now there's a different way you can also do this, is right clicking out here, going to data frame properties. You can right click out on the layers also. This time under data frame, you're going to see clip options. And what this is it's going to clip everything outside of what you choose off. The only thing you'll see is what you choose. So we go to clip to shape. We've got the counties clipped to Doddridge County only. So if you clip it to counties, it's going to go in there and look in the query and say, oh, he only has Doddridge County chosen, so we're going to clip this whole map to the counties, which is Doddridge. Okay, so we're going to clip the shape, and the shape we're going to choose isn't the current visible, it's the outline of counties, which is set to Doddridge. So now when we go, okay, we're going to clip this map, you click OK, everything disappears except for Doddridge County. And then you can zoom in on it. All right. Remember, you can set your extent now in properties. Specify your extent of the current visible. That's the one you're looking at here. So now no matter where you go in this, when you click that, it's going to take you right back to there. Okay, so that's how you set up a map to only show either a county or your district boundaries. Everything outside of those will be gone. You can either clip it or you can do definition queries and do the same way. Now you wouldn't have had to go through all these definition queries. You could have just left these alone, clipped the counties to Doddridge, and then set your extent, your clip here to the counties, and it would have taken care of all right here. You could have clipped this to the counties and left the others alone, and it would have just ended up like this anyway. But I wanted to show you how to actually do definition queries. So that's the end of the third tutorial, and we'll learn a little bit more on the next one.